My beloved child, let me draw you near to my heart in this moment, for I see the longing in your soul and the quiet hopes you shelter with trembling anticipation. And I long to reassure you that you are never outside of my attentive gaze, never beyond the reach of my gentle presence, and never deserted in your needs or questions. I know every breath you take and every fleeting concern that crosses your mind, for my love for you is as constant as the rising sun, and I have formed you with a purpose that surpasses your greatest dreams. Do not let your heart grow weary, nor allow your spirit to doubt the unbreakable bond between us, because I stand beside you as your guiding light in every season, every circumstance, and every path you traverse. Be strong and confident, for my touch will calm your fears, my words will soothe your doubts, and my promise will anchor your soul in everlasting hope. Receive my whisper of assurance today, and trust that I hold your future securely in my hands, promising you unimaginable blessings yet to be revealed. I am here to remind you of the fervent love I have poured out over your life since before you drew your first breath. For I fashioned your innermost being and celebrated your arrival into this world with heavenly joy. Though others may fail to see the treasure I have placed within you, I want you to know that I see it clearly, and I delight in each thought and intention that flows from your spirit when you turn to me. Do not let the shadows of past disappointments or the narrow voices that attempt to reduce your worth obscure your identity in my eyes, because I am the one who grants you immeasurable value. Embrace my perspective, dear one, and walk confidently with the knowledge that you are precious, treasured, and eternally loved. Even when life feels overwhelming, keep your gaze upon me, for I will uplift and sustain you with my righteous hand, ensuring that you never falter in isolation. I watch with deep affection each time you rise with new determination, each time you whisper a simple prayer amid the commotion of daily life, and each time you dare to hope for goodness despite the uncertainties swirling around you. Take courage, for there is no question, cry, or yearning you voice that goes unnoticed by me, and I will not leave you powerless or alone in those moments when your heart trembles with fear. Instead, let this promise resonate in your mind. You are continually on my heart, intricately woven into the tapestry of my eternal plan, and I will gently hold you through every storm that comes your way. Therefore, let your soul rest in my promises, trusting that I, the Lord, will complete what I have started in you, ensuring that every chapter of your journey is infused with hope and guided by my perfect love. Remember, I never close my ears to your pleas, nor turn away when you seek my guidance, even with trembling lips and uncertain steps. I yearn to lead you on a path that overflows with blessings, a path where the burdens you carry are transformed into testimonies of my favor and might. Do not be dismayed by the challenges that arise, for these challenges, though uncomfortable, build resilience and allow you to see my faithfulness in ways you never would have otherwise. Yes, your trials might stretch you, but if you place them in my hands, I will work all things together for good. Stand firm, dear child, and walk forward knowing that my promises are sure and my love for you never wanes. Always remember that I see you as a vessel of my grace, formed and designed with unimaginable care, and I fill you with peace that surpasses human reasoning. The presence of my Spirit dwells within you, offering guidance, comfort, and wisdom for each new step. Be encouraged that my mercy greets you with the morning light, refreshing your soul and carrying you from one season to the next. Do not grow fearful or lose hope, for my plan is not to harm you, but to lead you into a life of abundant blessing. So even now, choose to release your anxieties into my capable hands and open your heart to the radiant joy I have prepared for you. I celebrate the uniqueness I have placed in you, the blend of gifts and strengths that might sometimes make you feel out of step with the world around you. Delight in those distinct qualities, for I did not craft you to be a duplicate of another soul, but rather a one-of-a-kind reflection of my divine creativity. You are cherished because I made you so, and nothing can strip away that precious identity in my eyes. Do not compare your journey to another's, because each step you take is directed by my wisdom, leading you through experiences that refine your character and deepen your dependence on me. Stand tall in that knowledge, dear child, and proceed knowing I delight in every sincere effort you make to draw nearer to my heart. When you encounter the uncertainties of life, remember that I have given you a spirit not of fear, but of power and of love. Resist the urge to measure yourself against the world's ever-changing expectations, and do not dwell on the disparaging voices that deny your worth or belittle your ambitions, for those voices are but echoes of confusion. Look instead to my promises that stand unwavering in every season, guaranteed to carry you through the unexpected twists of life. Rely on my strength, and you will discover that your limitations become platforms for my greatness to shine. Though you might feel small and though you might feel uncertain, I am the rock upon which you stand, the immovable foundation of your hope. I know the trials that weigh heavily on your shoulders, those moments when the chaos of life feels unbearable and the burdens of responsibility threaten to diminish your joy. I see the secret tears you shed when no one else is watching, the nights you lie awake contemplating future possibilities, and the questions that seem to have no immediate answer. Do not think for a moment that I am distant from your pain, for I am intimately acquainted with every sorrow, and my compassion for you is unending. The comfort I offer is not a shallow promise, but a deep assurance that I stand with you, reinforcing your spirit and breathing fresh hope into the darkest corners of your experience. Stand upon that promise, because I will not allow you to walk through valleys of despair without my presence to guide you. Those sleepless nights, when you wrestle with concerns about finances, health, or relationships, do not go unnoticed by me. Even in that solitude, when you feel no one can understand your plight, I am there, gently holding you in the palm of my hand, whispering words of solace that you can hear if you quiet your heart and lean into my voice. I know your yearnings for stability, for clarity, and for a future that aligns with the hope deep within your soul. You may not see every door I'm preparing to open on your behalf, but do not let that unknown breed anxiety. Instead, release your fears to me, trusting that my plans for you are woven with grace and surpass your highest expectations. Let your heart be lightened, confident in the knowledge that I am orchestrating answers even before you form the questions in your mind. I understand how easy it can be to feel isolated, to sense that your most pressing concerns might be overlooked by those around you, or to wonder if your prayers ever reach heaven's throne. But let me assure you that each whispered prayer, each silent tear, each inaudible longing rises before me like fragrant incense, and none of it is lost in a void of hopelessness. You are not one of many billions forgotten in the crowd. You are distinct, known, and precious to me. Your desires, your joys, and your worries resonate within my heart, prompting me to reach out with help and deliverance at the appointed time. Take comfort today, knowing I will never overlook you nor abandon you to your struggles. Even when you stumble under the pressures of your own mistakes, or when you yield to temptations that seem too enticing to resist, do not be crushed by shame or despair, for I, your Lord, am slow to anger and swift to mercy. My grace is sufficient, stretching far beyond the boundary you imagine. I see your heart's genuine regret, and I embrace you with forgiving arms, offering you not condemnation, but a renewed beginning. Remember the story of the prodigal child who drifted away, yet found the Father waiting with open arms. So I welcome you back, and in the realm of my love, you will always find acceptance. Trust in that unending mercy and move forward with a heart transformed by grace. I rejoice the moment you turn to me, even if it is with a trembling voice or just a sigh of desperation. I do not demand perfect words or flawless expressions, for I look upon the sincerity of your spirit more than the eloquence of your speech. Understand that prayer is not a complicated ritual reserved for the exceptionally devout, but a lifeline I offer to every beating heart that yearns for my presence. Indeed, talk to me about anything, your joys, your fears, your confusion, even your fleeting frustrations. In that place of honest communion, I pour out my healing balm on your wounds, and I remind you that my hand is actively shaping every piece of your destiny. Keep reaching out, for I respond with boundless compassion. I encourage you to let go of your preconceived notions and to release the burdens you have been carrying for too long. Sometimes you hold on to regrets and guilt, thinking you must solve them on your own. But my dear child, realize that I have always been ready to lift those weights from your shoulders. Place them in my hands and experience the freedom of living without the constant gnawing of past mistakes or paralyzing fears of tomorrow. In my arms, shame does not define you, and neither does the harsh judgment of others. Only my truth defines you, a truth that proclaims you are loved beyond measure, called for a marvelous purpose, and treasured within my kingdom. Lay your troubles down today and arise with a renewed sense of identity and peace. Yes, problems do exist, and I do not ask you to deny their reality. Rather, I invite you to see that I am mightier than any storm you face and more faithful than any fleeting security the world can offer. The mountain before you may appear overwhelming, but understand that my power is unmatched, and that when you rely on me, you will witness wonders that human reason cannot fully explain. I delight in using your seeming weaknesses as channels for my strength, that all who see might know it is I, the Lord, who upholds you. This is why I say, do not dwell on your limitations, for I, your Father, possess all the resources of heaven to meet and exceed your need. Let hope dawn in your spirit and guide you forward, knowing that no challenge is too great for my hand to conquer. Consider this truth. I am your refuge, a fortress of love that encircles and protects you from unseen dangers and blatant threats alike. When the world's turbulence rattles your mind and the clamor of conflicting voices stirs your anxiety, think of me as the unshakable fortress you can run to, shutting out the din that threatens your peace. Picture my arms around you, a shield against the arrows of fear and negativity. In that safe haven, your heart can rest, and you can breathe in the calm assurance that my presence offers. Truly, I stand guard, defending you with a vigilance that never diminishes. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, run to me, and you will find rest and security you cannot obtain anywhere else. Sometimes you may question whether I truly hear you, especially when the answers you seek do not arrive in the time frame or manner you desire. But my beloved, do not grow impatient or assume that silence means disregard. Even in the hush, I am at work, aligning situations, people, and events so that the outcome will serve your highest good, and more importantly, deepen your reliance on me. There is a divine timing that may not align with your human perspective, but trust that my timing is flawless, and my wisdom is incomparably higher than yours. In the meantime, stay faithful, continue praying, and watch how I orchestrate all things for your benefit. Rest assured, my child, I see the bigger picture, and I have already charted a course toward a future bright with promise. Do not fear the unknown, for though it lies beyond your immediate understanding, it resides firmly within my domain. I am the author of time, the beginning, and the end, and I hold both your history and your tomorrow with the same compassionate grasp. Rather than allowing the unknown to terrify you, embrace it as an opportunity for your trust in me to flourish, for I will never abandon you to chance or chaos. I am the steady hand that guides you across uncharted waters, and no matter how dense the fog may appear, I remain your beacon of light. With each step you take in faith, you grow stronger, and you will see more of my provision unfold. Therefore, do not be paralyzed by what you cannot see, but keep walking, for my promises are faithful and unchanging. Yes, the road can feel narrow and challenging. People around you might misunderstand your choices or doubt your convictions, but I encourage you to stay steadfast, for in my kingdom, your perseverance will yield a harvest of blessings. Discouragement may tempt you to give in or compromise, but remember that every seed of faith you sow and every act of kindness you perform is multiplied under my watchful care. The fruit of patience and integrity is well worth the wait. So press on, dear one, and let the hope of my word fuel your spirit, believing that you will reap in joy if you do not faint. I, who began a good work in you, will bring it to completion, and I delight in guiding each step you take. I want you to remember that you do not walk this journey alone, for I have ordained relationships and fellowship so that you may draw strength from one another. Reach out to those I have placed in your path, fellow believers, supportive friends, caring family, and find unity that nurtures your faith. And even when people fail or disappoint, place your ultimate trust in me, for I am the one who never falters or forgets. Do not isolate yourself in your struggles, imagining that no one could understand what you endure, for I have called you into a family of faith where you can give and receive encouragement. Take heart in knowing that I am the common thread weaving each believer's story into a tapestry of redeemed grace, in which I am glorified and you are uplifted. Be bold, my child, in sharing the testimony of my goodness whenever the opportunity arises. You have experienced moments of peace that defy understanding, unexpected doors of favor opening in your life, and quiet reassurances in your darkest hours. These are tokens of my active involvement in your life's story. Others need to hear of those tokens, for your testimony can spark hope in a weary soul and shed my light in the corners of another's despair. Do not underestimate the power of a sincere word of encouragement or a humble admission of what I have done on your behalf. Testify of my miracles, big and small, and you will find your own faith flourishing even as it nourishes someone else. This is how my love is multiplied, by giving it away freely. I want you to know that despite the rising tensions in the world, the swirl of negative news, and the uncertainty of shifting times, your ultimate security is in me. Political changes, social unrest, and global crises may cloud the horizon, but I remain seated on the throne, sovereign over all. Let me be the anchor of your soul so that you remain unshaken by the storms of life. I have seen centuries pass, generations rise and fall, and the ebb and flow of nations. Through it all, my purposes stand. Though the earth may quake and the mountains move, my promises remain immutable, and I hold my children in the palm of my hand. So do not let fear rule your heart. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and your spirit will soar above the chaos. When you find yourself tempted to align with the patterns of a world that often contradicts my principles, hold fast to the truth of my word. My word is living, active, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the depths of the human soul and revealing what is truly good, pure, and praiseworthy. Let it be the lamp unto your feet, guiding you through moral complexities and shedding divine insight on every decision you face. Resist the pull to conform to fleeting trends and draw from the eternal truths that never fail. Even if you stand alone, know that standing with me is ultimately the sure path to victory. Breathe deeply and gather strength, for I am always with you, reinforcing your resolve with my abiding presence. I see how your heart craves to make a difference in the lives around you, whether by comforting the downtrodden, lending a listening ear to the lonely, or offering practical help where needs arise. Remember that even a small act done in genuine love has kingdom significance in my sight. You might think your contribution too humble or insignificant to matter, but each act of compassion carries my fragrance and testifies to my character. Such acts shine as light in a dark world, pointing people to my heart. So be bold in your goodness, be relentless in generosity, and let my spirit guide your every gesture of kindness. In so doing, you mirror my love to a world desperate for hope, and you partake in the greater story of redemption that I am writing. Whenever guilt, shame, or condemnation creep into your thoughts, accusing you of unworthiness or calling you back to past mistakes, raise the shield of faith and remember my sacrifice. The cross stands as an eternal declaration that I have paid the highest price for your ransom, clothing you with righteousness that is not your own, but mine. Therefore, you do not approach me with trembling dread, but with the confidence of a beloved child who knows their father's arms are always open. Let no voice tell you otherwise, for it is my word that seals your place in my family, and my blood that washes you whiter than snow. So lift your head, for condemnation no longer has a hold on you, and you can move forward in the freedom of my inexhaustible grace. Let me be the one who dispels the illusions of self-sufficiency that this world promotes. Although I have granted you talents, intellect, and creativity, your deepest fulfillment is not found in material accomplishments or the applause of men. True fulfillment, lasting peace, and abiding joy are found when you rest in me, acknowledging that every breath and every achievement is a gift to be stewarded for my glory. Success outside of my will is hollow and fleeting, but surrendering your ambitions into my hands transforms them into something eternal and beautiful. Trust my counsel, my beloved, and you will find that life takes on a significance more profound than you ever imagined, for you will be living aligned with the destiny I have intricately designed. I want to paint a picture in your mind. Envision yourself walking alongside still waters, feeling a gentle breeze carry away your burdens, hearing the soft rustling of trees that symbolize my creative power and endless provision. In that serene place, realize that I restore your soul, pouring peace and renewing your strength so that you can face tomorrow without fear. This is the rest I offer, an oasis for the weary, a safe haven for the anxious. When chaos threatens to overtake you, remember this image and call upon me. I will guide you there, not merely as a fleeting retreat, but as a spiritual reality you can access whenever you reach for my hand. Let this hope anchor you when storms arise, and be assured of my steady grip. Yes, you will face times when you feel unprepared or inadequate for the task I set before you, but do not shrink from these challenges. When you step forward in faith, I equip you with wisdom, courage, and clarity, transforming your uncertainty into a testimony of my divine enablement. Consider the heroes of old who doubted their qualifications: Moses, Gideon, David. I chose them not because of their flawless background or abundant confidence, but because of their willingness to trust me against all odds. Will you do the same? Will you stand up in the face of adversity, believing that my power is made perfect in your weakness? If so, watch how I work miracles that defy explanation and bring glory to my name. Take heart, dear one, and do not let the voice of inadequacy silence my call. Sometimes you wonder if there is truly a plan for your life, or if you are merely wandering without direction. Let me assure you, nothing about your existence is accidental, for I have designed you with a unique blend of gifts, passions, and experiences that fit perfectly into my broader tapestry. Even the moments that seem wasted or painful are redeemable in my hands, fashioned into stepping stones for a brighter tomorrow. Embrace the journey, trusting that each detour is an opportunity for you to learn more about my character and your own resilience. And as you yield to my guiding hand, you will find doors opening, relationships forming, and resources appearing that confirm the path you are on is guided by my omnipotent wisdom. Keep moving forward, my child, and trust that I am leading you somewhere wonderful. Even in the midst of your day-to-day life, doing chores, engaging in work, caring for your family, never forget that my presence abides with you. I am not confined to lofty cathedrals or special ceremonies. I dwell in your heart and walk with you in the simplicity of each routine task. Whether you are in a bustling marketplace or a quiet corner of your home, speak to me, share your thoughts, and invite me into those ordinary moments. In doing so, you will experience extraordinary joy and realize that every breath can be worship. In my sight, there is no trivial moment in your life, for I treasure each second that you spend acknowledging my companionship. Cultivate this awareness, and you will discover an unshakable peace growing within you. Do not be overwhelmed by the past, weighed down by what you could have done differently, or by regrets that gnaw at your soul. Remember, I am the God who makes all things new, the one who transforms even the darkest errors into testimonies of deliverance. Your history is not your destiny, but a canvas on which my grace paints redemption. Allow forgiveness to flow into your heart, forgiveness for yourself, for others, and for the brokenness that is part of this fallen world. In that posture of grace, you will see that burdens from the past no longer dictate your future. Step courageously into the next chapter, free from guilt, and eager to seize the opportunities that I have aligned for you, certain that I hold you close. At times you may question my ways, especially when I prune aspects of your life you were deeply attached to, or when I close doors you believed were meant to remain open. My beloved, understand that my pruning is never punitive but purposeful, removing what hinders your growth or steering you from paths that would harm you in the long run. Though the process is uncomfortable, it refines and prepares you for the abundance I have planned. Like a gardener carefully tending a vine, I see what you cannot, the fruitful potential hidden within you that emerges only through pruning. Do not resist my hand, but trust my love, for I see the end from the beginning. Trust that every cut is made with precision and compassion to bring forth greater flourishing in due season. I am not only with you in the triumphant moments, but also in the day-to-day monotony that sometimes causes your soul to yearn for change. I understand that you crave excitement or tangible progress, yet do not overlook the profound growth that happens in ordinary days. Faithfulness in small tasks, diligence in hidden service, and consistency in your devotion to me. These cultivate the soil for miracles that appear sudden, but are, in fact, the fruit of steady obedience. Embrace these quiet seasons, and remember that even seeds beneath the earth do not show signs of life immediately, but in my perfect timing, they break through the ground and display the glory of new life. Keep going, keep believing, and keep your eyes on me, for your season of visible transformation is coming. You may wonder at times if you can truly approach me with every emotion, including anger, disappointment, or doubt. I encourage you to do so. I am not intimidated by your questions, nor offended by your vulnerability, for I am your loving Father who sees beyond your words to the heart that beats behind them. Bring your raw, unfiltered feelings to me, and let me, through my Holy Spirit, bring clarity, comfort, and correction where necessary. In that honest exchange, you will discover my heart for you, a heart that is unrelenting in its commitment to see you healed, matured, and freed from every bondage. Let this truth embolden you. There is no shame in laying bare your soul before the one who formed it. Yes, your world can be chaotic, and the demands placed upon you may feel unceasing, but recall the quiet invitation I extend. Be still and know that I am God. In stillness, your spirit becomes attuned to my voice and my ways, which cut through the noise of competing obligations. Do not neglect the sacred pauses that restore your inner being and align you with my perspective. These pauses can be as short as a whispered prayer in the morning or as long as a reflective walk in nature, but they are lifelines for your soul. Draw near to me in stillness and feel my warm reassurance envelop you like a soft blanket on a cold night. Know that in such moments, I strengthen your faith and refill you with peace that transcends your circumstances. Consider that the ultimate demonstration of my love is not merely in the words I speak, but in the sacrifice I made on your behalf. In the fullness of time, I gave my life so that you might have abundant, eternal life. This act is the pinnacle of my devotion, showing you that there is no limit to how far my love will go for you. Let this sacrifice be an ever-present reminder that you are not an afterthought. You are central to my heart, and your pain, your trials, and your triumphs matter profoundly to me. Whenever doubt tries to creep in, remember the cross, for it is the unequivocal statement that I have withheld nothing in my passionate pursuit of you. When darkness looms and despair threatens to suffocate your joy, lift your eyes toward me, for I am the light that cannot be overcome by darkness. In your midnight hours, my lamp shines, guiding you toward hope, courage, and a future brimming with possibilities. Surrender every gloom to me, for I scatter it with my radiance. No shadow is too deep, no wound too severe, no chain too strong for my liberating power. You are my prized creation, and I will not abandon you to the darkness. Stand up, wipe away your tears, and step forward with a fresh sense of purpose, because my light has dawned, and I lead you toward horizons you have yet to discover. If you feel empty, as if your well of strength has run dry, come to me, the living water, and allow your spirit to be refreshed. My presence is not a mere idea, but a tangible source of sustenance that infuses you with the resilience and wisdom needed to thrive, even when external resources seem depleted. Drink deeply from my word, and let your heart find its greatest satisfaction in communion with me. In so doing, the dryness in your life will be replaced by an overflow of blessings that touches every aspect of your being, and you, in turn, will become a vessel of refreshment for others. Fear not, for I am the abundance that never fails, the source from which you can draw again and again without depletion. Many times you wonder about the purpose behind your trials, questioning why you face such adversities if I truly love you. It's important to understand that I see the entirety of your journey, shaping you through both gentle blessings and intense challenges alike. Fire refines precious metal, and adversity refines the heart, revealing strength, character, and empathy you never knew you possessed. While I take no pleasure in your pain, I do rejoice in your growth, and in the sweet fellowship you discover when leaning on me. Lift up your head, for I am at your side, transforming your pain into a platform for greater revelation of my power. Believe that what the enemy intends for harm, I will use for your good, and trust that I will bring beauty from the ashes of your struggles. Remember that you are not merely called to survive, you are called to flourish in my presence, to be a beacon of hope, a reflection of my heart to a world in need. Flourishing does not mean life is devoid of problems, but that in every problem, you find a resource of strength in me that surpasses your human capacity. You find ways to love, even when love seems scarce, and to remain joyful, even when laughter seems distant. This is my power at work in you, planting seeds of perseverance that blossom into testimonies of grace. Embrace this calling, refusing to settle for mere existence, and strive for a vibrant life that consistently points to my goodness. This is my gift to you, a gift that draws others into my love. There is no distance too great, no chasm too wide, and no pit too deep for my hand to reach you. If you find yourself wandering, enticed by distractions that promise excitement but deliver emptiness, know that I am the good shepherd who leaves the 99 to search for the one lost sheep. I do not scold you for wandering, but I do yearn to bring you back into the safety of my fold, where my guidance and care protect you from unseen pitfalls. Whatever direction you have taken, turn back to me without fear or shame, for I am always ready to gather you into my arms and celebrate your return. Let that reality dispel any hesitation you have about seeking my face again. I speak now to your fear, your anxious thoughts, your restless nights. Be still, for I am with you, and I will not allow trouble to overtake you. Though the waves of circumstances may seem towering, I walk upon the waters with ease, and I bid you to trust my outstretched arm that pulls you above the storm. Do not drown in the what-ifs and hypotheticals, but keep your eyes on me, the one who conquers every tempest with a word of command. I challenge you to rest in that authority, to let the knowledge of my sovereignty calm your apprehensions. Indeed, take my hand and let us walk together above the raging sea. In seasons of delay, when it feels like answers linger on the horizon, I invite you to cultivate gratitude for the blessings already present in your life. A thankful heart opens the floodgates of my favor and draws you closer to the essence of who I am. Rather than focusing on the things you lack, recount my faithfulness. Times when I intervened unexpectedly, or times when I gently guided you away from pitfalls you never saw. Let praise replace complaint. Let thanksgiving replace frustration, and you will discover a profound joy that cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks. In that posture of gratitude, you'll sense the nearness of my presence, turning waiting into worship and anticipation into unwavering hope. I know the dreams you nurture deep within your heart, those quiet yearnings that you sometimes hesitate to share, even with those closest to you. My dear child, I place those seeds of possibility in you. Do not bury them under layers of practicality or cynicism. Water them with trust, surrendering them to my sovereignty, and watch as I bring them to fruition in ways that surprise even you. It may not unfold according to your timetable, but each step will be purposeful, each delay laden with lessons that fortify your character, and each blessing a testimony to my faithful orchestration. Guard your dreams, but also release them to me, for I know exactly how and when they will bloom in glorious color. Should you find yourself feeling unseen or unappreciated, remember that I delight in you, and my gaze never leaves you. I treasure even the simplest acts of obedience, the smallest kindness extended to a stranger, and the unseen sacrifices made out of a heart of love. I take note, I rejoice, and I honor your faithfulness in my perfect timing. People might overlook your efforts or fail to reciprocate your sincerity, but I never fail to acknowledge the disposition of your heart. Let this be your encouragement. You do not labor in vain. Your faithfulness, grounded in my love, will be rewarded, and you will see that your life, in all its hidden corners of devotion, matters profoundly to me. When your emotions fluctuate, one day buoyed by hope, the next subdued by discouragement, know that my love for you remains constant, unbound by your shifting moods. Feelings can mislead, painting illusions of distance or closeness, but I am unchanging. My covenant with you is secure, sealed by my own blood, and nothing can separate you from my affection. Let that truth anchor you when emotional tides rise and fall. Rather than allowing fleeting feelings to define your reality, lean upon my steadfast commitment to your well-being. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, so find solace in my unchanging nature, for it provides a firm foundation upon which you can build your life. Though sorrow may come in the night, joy comes in the morning, and I hold your tears as precious in my sight. If you are mourning a loss of a loved one, an opportunity, or a chapter in your life, know that I grieve with you, and my comfort is near. Place your brokenness before me, and I will mend your heart day by day. Do not rush this process. Healing takes time. But even in your grief, I promise that new mercies will greet you, breathing color into what now seems gray. Cling to me in your sorrow, and trust that I am close to the brokenhearted. From these ashes, I will birth beauty beyond your current comprehension. I understand your need for guidance, your desire for a clear sign indicating the right path forward. I invite you to seek me with a sincere heart, for I will illuminate your steps as you commit your ways to me. Sometimes the direction comes as a gentle nudge, sometimes as a verse in Scripture that resonates deeply, or even a wise counsel from a trusted friend. But in all these, know that I am leading you. Be patient with my process, for I see the end from the beginning, and my vantage point extends beyond your limited view. Keep walking step by step, trusting that I will redirect you if you veer off course. Therefore, take that next step in faith, believing that I, the Lord, am guiding you. Encourage yourself with the truth that my Spirit resides within you, empowering you to do more than you can ask or imagine. This divine presence is not passive, but active in every facet of your life. You are not a passive recipient. You are a co-laborer with me in bringing love and truth to the world. Rise each day with the awareness that you carry my Spirit, and with it, you possess the resilience to overcome, the wisdom to discern, and the compassion to serve. Align your will with mine, and you will see doors open, not by your might, but by my Spirit. Claim this privilege, for you are my beloved vessel, filled with holy purpose and unstoppable grace. If you find yourself wrestling with doubts about your faith, do not be discouraged. Questions are not the enemy of belief. They often precede a deeper understanding of my truth. Bring your doubts to me, sincerely seeking answers in my word and through fellowship with mature believers. In that search, you will discover aspects of my character that you might never have explored otherwise. I am not afraid of your inquiries, and I do not withdraw my love when you question aspects of my plan. Instead, I refine and clarify your understanding, transforming a shaky faith into a robust, deeply rooted conviction. Let your doubts become catalysts for growth rather than stumbling blocks, for I am the answer your soul is truly seeking. In moments when prayer feels heavy, like words dropping into a silent void, remember that I have provided my Holy Spirit as an intercessor who pleads on your behalf with groanings beyond human language. You are never praying alone, and your words do not vanish into emptiness. They ascend before my throne, carried by a love that transcends time and space. Even when you cannot articulate the intensity of your needs, I interpret your heart flawlessly, offering comfort and intervention you cannot yet fathom. Find solace in that reality, trusting that no prayer is wasted, no cry ignored, and no tear unseen. Seek to cultivate a heart of humility, recognizing that humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less, making room for my greatness to shine. Pride can build walls that isolate you from my grace, but humility opens the floodgates. Embrace the posture of a servant, just as I, in my earthly journey, knelt to wash the feet of my disciples. In this humility, you will find exaltation in due time, not by human accolades, but by my divine approval. When you serve with genuine love, expecting nothing in return, you mirror my heart, And in this reflection, you discover the true joy of living in alignment with eternal values. Focus on the cross as the bridge that allows you to approach me boldly, the banner of hope flying over every guilt, shame, and brokenness. If you ever doubt my compassion, look to the cross, for it testifies, I love you to this extent and beyond. My ultimate desire is not to condemn, but to heal, reconcile, and restore you to fullness of life. Let this realization dissolve every barrier that keeps you from fully surrendering to me. I want your heart, your trust, and your deepest devotion, for in fellowship with me lies the secret of inexhaustible joy. So come, release yourself from the chains of past failures and walk forward in the liberty my sacrifice secured. Never forget that hope is a powerful anchor for your soul, especially when you feel adrift in a sea of change and confusion. My promises serve as unwavering anchors that keep your spirit from drifting into despair. I have said that I will never leave nor forsake you, and that all things work together for the good of those who love me and are called according to my purpose. Grip these assurances tightly, so that even when life's currents seem relentless, you stand firm in the knowledge that I am your reliable caretaker. Let hope spring forth in your heart today, fueling your perseverance and reminding you that the story I am writing with your life is far from over. And now, my child, hear me when I say that I care about every part of your life, your relationships, your ambitions, your disappointments, even your recreational interests. Nothing about you is too trivial for me. Some may picture me as distant and uninterested in the small details, but I assure you, my concern for you is not limited to monumental spiritual occasions. I celebrate with you in moments of laughter, guide you when you feel uncertain at work, and comfort you in the quiet loneliness that sometimes descends unannounced. Therefore, present every aspect of your life to me, both big and small, and watch how I delight in walking with you through it all, infusing each day with my grace. When you need rest from the ceaseless demands that life and others place upon you, find Sabbath in me. This rest is not merely physical, but a spiritual renewal that revitalizes your entire being. In that restful communion, I dismantle anxiety, bestow clarity, and equip you to face new challenges with fresh perspective. Understand that rest is not laziness, it is obedience, an act of trust that says, I believe God can handle what concerns me today. Embrace this pattern of work and rest, for I designed it from the very beginning, embedding it into the rhythm of creation. And as you practice it, you will see the beauty of my provision, how my strength takes over where yours ends. Envision your life as a journey where I, the Lord, accompany you, not as a distant deity, but as a close friend, a loving father, and the guide who never leads astray. Yes, you will experience valleys and mountaintops, deserts and green pastures, but in all these places, my rod and staff comfort you, bringing stability when the terrain is treacherous. Walk confidently, assured that you do not roam as an orphan in a vast and uncaring universe, but as my beloved child, intimately known and fiercely protected. This reality changes everything. It transforms the mundane into meaningful, the accidental into purposeful, and the fearful into fearless. Embrace the journey, for I am committed to leading you with unwavering faithfulness. I have a future filled with hope and promise laid out before you, a horizon of possibilities that you can hardly imagine. Though you may see only fragments of what is to come, trust that I hold every detail with utmost care, weaving them into a tapestry that showcases my grace and your unique role in my plan. Hold on to this vision when you feel tempted to doubt, and let it encourage you when perseverance seems difficult. I have not brought you this far to abandon you. Every step, every lesson, and every closed door has prepared you for the blessings I have stored up for the right time. Look ahead with expectancy, my child, for my goodness extends beyond your wildest dreams. In times of weariness, recall my promise that I renew the strength of those who wait upon me, enabling them to soar on wings like eagles. This renewal is not a mere pep talk, but a supernatural refreshment that empowers you to do more than merely survive. It allows you to thrive. When you feel spent, hold on to me even tighter, for I will fill your reservoirs. Wait patiently, and I will exchange your feeble resources for my limitless ones. Then, as you rise, you will find yourself lifted above the obstacles that once daunted you, seeing with clarity that your help comes from the Lord, maker of heaven and earth. It is my desire that you would not go through life burdened by shame or a sense of unworthiness. I see who you truly are, a masterpiece in progress, crafted by my own hands. Though the world may try to tarnish your identity, or your own mind might echo accusations of failure, I speak a louder truth. You are my beloved, bought at a price that can never be calculated in earthly currency. Let my voice drown out the lies that undermine your confidence. Stand on the foundation of my declared truth. You are forgiven, cherished, and destined for glory. In my love, your worth is established beyond debate. Remember that you are part of a grand narrative stretching from generation to generation, a chosen people called to demonstrate my character. The love you exhibit, the faith you nurture, and the grace you extend to others carry echoes of eternity. You may feel insignificant in a vast universe, but know that each act of obedience contributes to a ripple effect that extends farther than you know. Your daily life is part of something much bigger, a divine story that interlinks hearts across time and place, culminating in my ultimate plan of redemption. Rest in that knowledge, cherishing every chance to honor me, for nothing is truly small when it is done in my name. Though the world may whisper that you must earn love through performance or status, I boldly declare that I love you unconditionally, without hesitation, without end. Before you performed any good deed, before you even knew my name, I had already chosen you as my treasured possession. Let this truth set you free from the relentless pursuit of proving yourself. Strive for excellence not out of desperation for approval, but from a place of security, knowing you already have my favor. This transforms life from a quest for validation into a joyful expression of gratitude. Yes, you are fully known and fully loved. This is the bedrock of our relationship. Hold on to the promises in my word, for they are not empty phrases, but living assurances that speak to the depths of your longing. Declare them over your life and situation. Say aloud, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," and watch how this proclamation shapes your attitude, influences your decisions, and attracts my supernatural provision into your affairs. My word holds power, a sword of the Spirit, a steady compass guiding you through life's complexities. Never underestimate its impact when wielded in faith. Let these promises take root in your heart, blossoming into unshakable convictions that fortify you against every storm. Press forward, assured that my word never returns void. I delight in the praises of my people, and even more so in the praises that arise from pain. When you choose to bless my name in the midst of trials, you offer a fragrant offering that resonates powerfully in the spiritual realm. That sacrifice of praise breaks chains, opens prison doors, and releases my miracle-working power. Do not wait for your circumstances to improve before lifting your voice. Praise me now, knowing I am already working behind the scenes. As you do, you magnify my presence in your situation, making the valley bloom with hope. For though your night might be dark, your praises usher in a dawn of renewed faith and promise. Be assured that I record every moment of your life, cherishing each act of faithfulness, each tear shed, and each sacrifice made out of love. Even when you forget the good you have done for another, I never forget. One day, you will see how every choice woven together formed a beautiful testimony of my grace in your life. Until then, walk with the certainty that I, your Lord, am mindful of all your ways. You do not exist in obscurity or futility. Keep planting seeds of kindness and truth, for you will reap a harvest in my perfect timing. Be hopeful, for I see the totality of your story, and I am proud of how far you have come. My child, as we come to this moment of reflection, I want you to know that my love for you is unending, unchanging, and unmatched. No matter what tomorrow brings, my hand will not let you go. I have spoken many words of comfort, guidance, and promise, yet the essence of all is this: you are mine, and I am yours forever. Through every season, be it victory or trial, I remain your steadfast companion. Let this unwavering truth be the anchor that holds you firm. My love is the greatest force in the universe, and I lavish it upon you without reservation. I bless you now with peace that transcends human explanation, a tranquility that stands guard over your mind and heart. May you carry this peace into your home, your workplace, and your relationships, releasing the fragrance of heaven wherever you go. And know this: I have anointed you to walk in my light, to be salt and light in a world so desperately needing hope. Rise up with confidence, for the road ahead is bright with promise, and the challenges you face are stepping stones to deeper intimacy with me. Let your faith burn like a holy flame, illuminating each day with the knowledge that I am for you, never against you. Keep pressing forward, beloved, for the horizon shines with the glimmer of new possibilities and breakthroughs you cannot yet imagine. The best is not behind you. It stretches out before you in the open fields of my grace. As you take each step with me, expect divine alignments, sudden reversals of fortune for good, and extraordinary encounters that confirm my involvement in your life. Be patient, be hopeful, and be courageous. Lay every worry at my feet, for I care for you more than you can comprehend. Let your heart remain steadfast, for I hold you in an everlasting embrace, and I have destined you to experience a future overflowing with my goodness. Go forth now with your spirit lifted, trusting that my plans for you are woven with love, grace, and divine purpose. Declare my promises over your life, remain rooted in the truth of my unwavering devotion, and remember that nothing can separate you from my love. You will see my hand at work, fashioning miracles out of what seems impossible, providing supernatural favor, and producing fruitfulness in the fields you sow in faith. Take courage, for your journey continues, and I walk every step with you, ensuring you are never alone. Indeed, my beloved child, the very best lies just ahead, illuminated by the light of my eternal promise. Go in peace and confidence, for I am ever present with you, guiding, protecting, and cherishing you all the days of your life.